Cheers.
Cheers.
April Food Forest walkthrough.
Yes. Sunset.
And we have a lot of new things to show you. It's gonna be cool. What do we have up first?
Two types of hibiscus. We have a cranberry hibiscus right here and a Thai red roselle.
Let's look at them up close.
Okay. So this is a little bit better for hibiscus tea. You can use both for hibiscus tea, but this is what people typically use. It is a variety of hibiscus, the roselle.
Look how pretty this is. Called cranberry hibiscus. Look at the color. I guess it's appropriately named. This goji berry.
Oh my goodness. Look how big it's gotten.
Remember I told you I was gonna trim this thing and that it was just gonna explode, and it totally did.
Totally
These things,
exploded.
It's 4 feet long. And then here's flowers, and these are gonna all turn into goji berries.
That's so exciting.
Coming into the vineyard, I don't know what's going on with the Thompson grape, but it's looking a little wimpy.
Do you think it needs more sun?
No.
Okay.
No, it's getting quite a bit of sun.
It was a survivor, and now it doesn't have to survive.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it wants me to plant it in rocks.
Yeah.
This is the champanelle. This has put on a ton of leaves since the last time we showed it. And it's got some nicely developing little grape clusters hiding in here. Pretty cool.
Where? Show me.
Well, they're tiny.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. Look. And then over to the Carlos Muscadine grapes. And this thing is going gangbusters. The more you look at it, the more you realize it's absolutely covered in these tiny clusters. Look here on my finger. There,
Yeah.
there, here,
Yes.
here. They're everywhere. So I'm
Yes.
super excited about these. They're about to make it up to the second level.
Great. We
I
have
need
two
to trim it
layers
down
right
at the
there.
bottom because we have enough going on up top, but
Yep.
this is very, very cool.
Okay. So I was super excited about this plant, and I'm glad. It has a lot of fruit on it. But the fruit isn't growing very big. It's not like this is ready to be picked, and it's just not very big. This isn't what a typical blackberry looks like. And so I don't think it got pollinated. Maybe it did. I'm not really sure what's going on here, I'm being honest with you. Next door, we have a regular sized blackberry right here. So, and then we have some over here that are regular size, and yeah. So if you know why this blackberry bush is making tiny little berries instead of a normal size, please let me know in the comments below.
So this is the time of year where we are really filling up all the spaces within our food forest between the trees. And we've added a ton of stuff in here, starting first on this whole side with all kinds of different sweet potatoes. We've got murasaki, which is what we're looking at here. In the back, we have white yams. Days ago, it has put on so much leaf, and it's gonna make so many figs this year. This one here is a purple passion. Back to the sweet potatoes. These are looking great. Some of them didn't take so well, but they are pretty dang resilient. And then the one in the back there is called O. Henry. So we're just gonna have a ton of sweet potatoes and a great variety of sweet potatoes. It's pretty exciting. So the reason that we have some structure here is because sweet potatoes tend to spread out. And when they spread out, they make another leaf on the vine. And underneath that leaf, they tend to send down a node and a root. And that root will become a long, skinny tuber. And if you allow your sweet potatoes to just spread out, it will continue to make long, skinny tubers, and a lot of them, instead of concentrating on making large sweet potatoes at the base of the plant. So as they grow up, we pull them up and just hang them over the cattle panel here. and we just continue to keep bunching it so that its only option is to make as many sweet potatoes at the base of the plant as it can.
So if you don't want to build a structure, just plant your sweet potatoes and then lift them up every now and then, the vines.
This thing is out of control. It's a yellow cherry tomato. It's a yellow cherry tomato that we have kind of cultivated from seed in our own garden for 5 years now, so 10 seasons. And it has just become so prolific in our little microclimate. You can see that it's got this great bunch right here. And oh, it looks like all but one of these are gonna be a nice little yellow cherry tomato. It's a beautiful plant.
I didn't know that fennel attracts love bugs. Look at that. They're all over the place.
I've got 2 more sets of tomatoes over here, and these have one of my favorite, this is like probably my favorite named tomato. It's called a mortgage lifter. So I hope it lives up to its name. I'm assuming that it's just super prolific and makes so much tomatoes that you can pay off your mortgage with them.
Here are those cucumbers that I planted on the support right here. And then I saw over here is a volunteer watermelon from last year. And the banana is going well.
This right here.
That's a weed, but the watermelon is right next to it.
Clean that up while I'm here. Come check this out, look. We have a baby tomato, banana plant.
Awesome.
So we're gonna let that continue to mature. And then once it gets to a little bit bigger size, we're gonna take like a sharpshooter's shovel, that's the thin ones, and we're gonna dig down and we're gonna pull that out and plant it next to its parent. There's another one coming up in the back too.
That's exciting.
That's very exciting.
Okay, so our curry plant is growing back. It looks like this. It looks thicker and healthier than ever before. And I think these might be little babies next to it. That's a lot of fun. I can give friends curry plants. Oh, oh my gosh, smell it. Oh, I wish you could
smell
sense.
it?
I wish you could sense smell. So here is our elderberry, and it's about hip height now. And I'm so excited that it's growing so well. It likes it here.
Made another one.
Is this a baby?
Yep.
Wow, this is amazing. I love the shape of the leaves. The plant itself is just so beautiful. I can't wait to have more. Okay, so I planted a bunch of squash and gourds. So I've got some butternut squash. I have pumpkin over there. And I have some birdhouse gourds that I'm growing. I'm really excited about that. And a candy roaster, which I've never tried. I always like throwing in something that I wildcard haven't tried growing before. And I'm excited about all of them. The amazing thing that these climbing and vines that spread out everywhere, what they're going to do for our food forest is they're going to shade it in the heat of the summer, and they're going to retain all the moisture and all the rainwater. And so basically all of this mulch will break down faster, and it will become soil, plantable soil. So I've been watching videos of Charles Dowding growing cantaloupe up a string, and I'm gonna have to try that this year. I really can't wait. I have some trellises that Sean built where the tomatoes did not take off. I'm gonna probably take those little baby tomatoes, since we have so many everywhere, out, maybe give them to friends, because they just didn't really take off. And I am going to be planting some cantaloupe up a string. Look, it's the first sunflower.
It's really cool. It's
so
shaped like
beautiful.
a Christmas tree, but of sunflowers.
It's got all of these blooms. It's gonna be a Christmas tree of sunflowers.
So we have this great trellis system that's just on the outside of our food forest, between our food forest and this road here. And the intention is that we could grow something on it. It would act as a wind block and actually maybe be like a noise barrier a little bit. And so we planted 5-star jasmine, but every single year it just dies back all the way to the ground, and it never really gets to the point where it fills up the trellises. So we pulled them out, and I'll tell you what it is first, or in just a second, but I'll show you this. So this is all it's a little messy right now, but this is all the stuff we pulled off. And I actually still have them in here, and they're still alive. You can see they're green, but it's way too late for them to be starting like this. I mean, this is end of April, and they don't have a chance of growing up this whole trellis and filling it out. So those are coming out. That's why I have these buckets over here. This area is a little bit of a mess right now because I just finished this project, but I replaced the 5-star jasmine with Peggy Martin roses. And we'll show you a picture of what these things should look like once they're all built out or grown out. I can't wait to see them. So I've replaced the 5-star jasmine with these Peggy Martin roses, and these things are absolutely beautiful. You can train them to fill up this whole trellis, and one plant is plenty to fill this 8-foot by 8-foot cattle panel section. And I can't wait to see this when it's blooming. We're not gonna probably see much of it this year, but next year, this is gonna be the star of the show.
Okay, so this is basically Sean's birthday present. We got a Little Miss Figgy.
A Little Miss Figgy, that's the best name for a fig.
I know,
come on.
It's a dwarf fig
Thank a
tree.
marketing person for that.
Right.
Golly, that's awesome.
So cute.
This is a dwarf fig, Little Miss Figgy, perfect.
Yep.
And this one is actually a gift. It's an LSU gold fig, and we got it from Destin Nowak, better known as the Texas garden guy. You can find him on Instagram. He's on YouTube too, but we met up with him at a kind of an event at the Bellflower Garden Center in Belleville, and had a great time, and he gave us this plant. So I immediately planted it, and it is going
so
really
nice.
well.
So sweet.
Now we're in that back section of our food forest where some of our trees are a little bit older, and for the first time ever, we have Asian pears. Check it out.
Woohoo! The kids are gonna be so happy. I'm happy. Look. Okay, so we told you guys last month that we sort of rescued these plants. We planted them in the wrong section several years ago and neglected them. And so they're in recovery, didn't think anybody was gonna fruit. And they are doing amazing, wonderful. And I'm so happy that they're fruiting and just doing so well. So this is the ground cherry. It actually has a bunch of these tiny little flowers on here, right here. This is my first time growing it, and I'm really excited. I think...
I hadn't even heard of a ground cherry until you planted it.
I know, me too.
There's just so much to grow.
What is that?
It's a champanelle grape.
Where'd you find it?
Just in the middle of the yard. Well, not the yard. I just found it in one of the beds.
Really?
Yeah. And I saved it. And now we can grow a new champanelle grape. So a bird ate it and planted it for us.
Those roses better work.
I don't know if they're going to work that well. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video today and all the new things growing in the garden. We're so excited about it, and keep watching for more.
Cheers.